Hello folks, Iggy's back. So, like the title of the video says, 2.9 gram 1983 cent. What is it? Zinc or copper? The answer when we come back. Alright, so have you figured it out? How do you tell what is a 2.9 gram penny or cent? Welcome back. So hopefully this is going to be a nice, entertaining, scientific video to help you guys out in case you run yourself into a problem where you can't figure it out. While doing coin roll hunting during my hiatus from YouTube or whatever, I encountered this 1983 cents, and I would weigh them because there is a famous known variety of a 1983 penny, 1983 copper cent. And it's not a cheap one either. It goes for, in a good condition, for 15,000 or more. So here's the penny. I put it in the flip. All right, so it's hard to tell. I don't want to flip it over. Simply because I have some writing on it and I'll flip it over later. But anyway, I weighed this one, and out of all of them, which were 2.54 grams, this was the only one, and I had hundreds, and this one was the only one with those 2.9 grams. So I didn't know. And I could not figure it out. I reached out to a couple of people on YouTube. I looked for answers. I saw somebody's post that encountered 2.9 gram cent as well from 1983, but then the scale was messed up. Anyways, I measured my scale, recalibrated it, did everything I could, and it was always coming out to be 2.9 grams. 2.89, 2.1, 2.9, 2.91. Now, as everyone is aware, it's supposed to be 3.1 grams. And the tolerance is about 0.1, so 1/10 of a gram in either direction. So mine was falling slightly outside of that tolerance. Anyway, it was closer to the copper than it was to the zinc by weight. But here's what do you do? Like, how do you figure this out? Do I send it to PCGS and GC to grade it and ask them, is it copper? Is it what? That costs money. I wanted to figure it out on my own. And this bothered me for weeks. I couldn't figure it out. And you know how you have some problem that just keeps nagging you, and you try different things in your mind. You think, oh, maybe I should do that, maybe I should do that. I didn't want to cut it open. I didn't want to scratch it. That would be the obvious way to figure it out as well. And surprisingly, the answer came along recently, maybe a week or two ago. I was with my son, and I received some silver coins, and in the mail, and he asked me a question. Well, how do you know whether that's a silver coin? Well, I said, well, it's a silver coin, right? It makes a sound, right? It's made of 90% silver, for example, or 100% silver. You weigh it. He goes like, well, what if that is broken? Well, what if this? What if, weight, they falsify the weight and everything. I was like, well, you have this, the cyber curtain, which are slide and other things. And then I remembered a video by Silver Slacker from a really while ago, talking about specific gravity, where you take a silver, whether it's 100% or 999 or whatever, or 90%, and you submerge it in the water, and you get a specific gravity. And while I was talking to him, explaining and how it works, it hit me. That is exactly what I should do with this puppy. And I did an experiment, right? So what you do is that's why this is here, right? There's a container of water, right? You fill it up. You made a little contraption like this out of the regular staple or paper clip. And I put the link to the actual picture of the experiment. I found it actually on another site as well. They had it. So it was kind of neat. So what I did first is I took a 1983 cent. Here we go. and I waited, right? So we're gonna turn on the scale, right? We wait for 0, so we'll put it on, right? And nothing extraordinary, 2.56. Right, then we take the copper one, right? There's the copper one. We know for sure this has got to be copper, right? So we're gonna throw it on the scale, right? There's the zeros. Throw it on the scale. 313, very close to those. So we know the values, 2.56 and 313. Now we're gonna take this one, put it on. Here we go, and we're gonna tare so it's all 0. Great. Now we're gonna take a little contraption. We're gonna take, let's start with the copper one. We're gonna put it on this way. Look at that. And we're gonna submerge it, but we're gonna do it in such a way that it doesn't touch any of the walls and I don't touch anything. And we're gonna measure the weight. Basically, we're gonna measure how much this how much water by weight it displaces based on density. So there you go, it's completely submerged. And the reading is, whoa. Here we go, completely submerged. I'm touching it. Here we go, 0.37. All right. Let me get a tissue, drop it on the tissue so I don't make the paper wet. So here we go, 0.37. So now, if we take 3.1, and divide by 0.37, we get somewhere close to 8.8 or thereabouts. Let me clean this up a bit. One sec. So basically, somewhere in the 8s higher upper 8s would give you the copper specific gravity, and you could look it up on the website. It's on the same page that I'm going to link it to this description and everything, and that would tell you that it's mostly copper. Now it doesn't, obviously we know it's 95% copper, but that's fine. So here we go, same water, it's back. Now we're going to take the zinc one, turn it on. Well, it's coming up, it's all zeros, everything's great. I'm going to put the zinc one on the little paper clip. I'm going to switch my hands so you guys could see. Alright, submerging, 0.37. Same, right? Alright. So obviously 0.37. So both were 0.37. Now if we divide each one, the weights, so 2.56 divided by 3.37 will give us somewhere close to 7 or 6 and 7, which tells me it's zinc, because that's the specific gravity of zinc. So I did the same thing with this guy, and it was 0.41 or 0.42, and then I divided 2.9 by that, and I got 6.6 or 6.8, which is basically zinc. So mystery solved. It is a 1983 zinc, and you know, obviously the front is a bit scratched, but not enough to displace or add weight. It's just regular scratches from circulation. So 2.9 gram 1983 zinc, heavy planchet. And as that answer came to me, I looked on the side of it, and as you turn it, I can't show it to you right now, but as you turn it, I saw on some side it was a little bit thicker. It was like a slight hill, but barely noticeable. Like I would have never noticed it unless I knew the answer was on a heavy planchet. So anyway, that is a video. I know it's ran a bit long, but I thought I'd do it to you. So what's the moral of the story? Even if you don't get your answer, never give up. Keep fighting, keep looking, keep searching, keep digging, and you'll get your answer. Well, enjoy your weekend, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.